What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about Darqueze Dennard. But with that being said, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate you guys continuing to tune into the channel. Continuing to share out this stream on YouTube and on all the social media platforms. I appreciate you guys. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So in today's video, as I was stating, I would like to talk about Darqueze Dennard. He recently signed with our Atlanta Falcons officially yesterday. Darqueze Dennard is a veteran defensive back, former Cincinnati Bengals cornerback. He was drafted in the first round, I think in 2014 or 2015, if I'm not mistaken. He was a great college or collegiate cornerback for the University of Michigan State. But I went and watched some tape on Darqueze Dennard because I didn't get to watch a lot of him when he was in Cincinnati. I've seen him play before, but I haven't seen a ton of his games live. With him playing with the Cincinnati Bengals, because they don't air a lot of Cincinnati Bengals games in general. But I did go watch some tape on him. I did watch him a ton when he was in college because he played in the Big Ten, and they play Michigan State, Michigan a lot on TV. So I did get to see him play in college. But what I take from the tape that I've watched on Darqueze Dennard, he's a very solid tackler. He's very technically sound corner. He's one of those guys that can play in the slot, which is a great value to have on your team, a player that can play outside and inside, especially due to this whole COVID-19 that's going on right now. You never know when one of your starters might go down with injury or where they might come down with this virus, the COVID-19, and they have to sit out. Maybe I think they have to quarantine for about 10 to 14 days, so about 2 weeks. So I think the Falcons have done an excellent job this offseason of bringing in depth. We got great depth on this team. I think this is one of the deepest Atlanta Falcons teams I can remember. I love what Thomas Dimitroff, Rich McKay, and those guys did this offseason, bringing in all of these former number one first-round draft picks. And I think Darqueze Dennard is just another one of those instances where he's just on a one-year deal. This is a low-risk, high-reward type situation. If he doesn't play well for any reason, he'll be gone next season. But I really think that he's going to be one of those guys that's going to add that veteran leadership that we need in the secondary. I think he's going to be one of those corners, because I feel like last season we had a lot of cornerbacks that didn't have any experience. We had a lot of guys that was wet behind the ears. It was Kendall Sheffield's first year getting a start. It was Isaiah Oliver's first year of being a full-time starter. Those guys really struggled in the beginning of the season. But I believe bringing in Darqueze Dennard, a veteran guy, he's a guy that you can plug and play. You can bring him right in. I'm glad that he came in during training camp so he can actually be with the team from the beginning. I feel like in the past seasons, the Falcons haven't done a good job. The front office hasn't done a good job of bringing guys in early enough to learn the playbook. I feel like a lot of times we were not proactive in bringing in new guys. I feel like they kind of waited till injuries happened, and then we had to sign guys off the street that were not ready to play. Kind of like when we brought in Jonathan Cyprien last year when Keanu Neal went down with injury. They had to scramble and bring in Jonathan Cyprien when they traded with the Eagles. When we traded Duke Riley, and they brought in Jonathan Cyprien off the street. So I think it's a lot better to bring in free agents during training camp so they can get the full training camp experience. They can learn how to gel with the other guys that's on the team. They can build that camaraderie, and it's kind of like it's not like you're bringing in a mercenary type situation where you just kind of bringing a guy in off the street and trying to plug and play him. A lot of times that's really hard to do mid-season or mid-flow to bring in a guy, off the street. So I think that the Falcons has done a great job this year of bringing guys in to me, early enough while it's still in training camp, where these guys can get used to their environment. They can get used to their teammates. They can learn the playbook, and they can be ready to play if, God forbid, somebody goes down with a serious injury again, or if someone catches the COVID-19 virus. So I really think that Darqueze Dennard is going to be a great player, a great addition to the Atlanta Falcons. Like I said, when I went and watched this tape, to me, the biggest thing I took from it was he's a guy that's very versatile, a very strong tackler, very good tackler as a defensive back. He's not afraid to come down in the run game or meet the running back in the hole, come down and stick his nose in there. I seen him create a couple forced fumbles when I was watching tape on him. He's a guy that's a very heady player, very smart player. Doesn't look like he's a player that takes a ton of risk for going for the football. It looks like he's one of those guys that plays through the receiver and tries to knock the ball away. He's not one of those guys that jumps routes or anything like that, which is fine. He seems like the traditional type cornerback that does his job. So I think he's going to be a great glue guy. I think he's going to be a great addition to our Atlanta Falcons. You guys let me know what you think about Darqueze Dennard in the comments. But I really think that Darqueze Dennard is going to be a welcome addition to the Falcons. Like I said, I love what we're doing with adding depth. I feel like depth is going to be very important this season, especially because of the whole COVID-19 thing, the COVID-19 pandemic that's going on. I really think that having depth is going to be huge this year, because it's going to be about the team that can stay the healthiest. Real talk. It's going to really come down to teams that can stay healthy, the teams that can be healthy around the playoff time, the teams that can stay healthy during the season, whether it's COVID-19 or whether it's due to serious injuries. I really feel like it's very important and it's imperative that you have enough backup players that can come in and actually be starters. Because I really feel like Darqueze Dennard, if called upon, can actually be a starting defensive back in this league. He's been a starting defensive back on the outside before, but I love his versatility of being able to slide inside or outside. So him and Kendall Sheffield are two guys that we can use kind of as Swiss Army knives. And I feel like we have a bunch of guys on this team, like Deon Buchanan. We have a lot of guys on this team that can come in and play many different roles for this team. So with that being said, you guys let me know what you think about Darqueze Dennard. Leave your comments below. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. Peace and love. I'm out.